Hey everybody, this is Keith, hulked up on ADV Rider and KLR650. I'm here now to talk about the modifications I've done to the KLR. I've had the bike over 4 years, about 20,000 miles, and I've done just about every modification I thought would help its tourability and off-road worthiness. Probably put about $4,000 into the bike, and so I want to go through some of the mods I've done. I'll just start from the front. I guess the first thing would be the tires. The stock tires were ditched a long time ago, and right now I've been running the Continental TKC 80s. They really act like a full knobby. They're excellent in the dirt. They don't slip. They go through all kinds of terrain. And on the street, they're pretty good. They don't vibrate too much, and I get pretty good wear. This front tire's been on probably about 6 months now. It's probably got about 5,000 miles on it, and it still looks pretty good. Maybe a little less than that. The next thing would be the brakes. And in the first video, the review I did of the KLR, I really didn't like the brakes. They felt just wooden. And what I did was added this stainless steel front brake line. It's about $80, and that really improved the performance of the KLR brake. I mean, it stops on par with just about anything now, including my VFR 800 with ABS. It's really powerful, and it just helped tremendously. Let's see, the next thing would be these Rykor Intimidator fork inserts. Did this last year, and wow, for 200 bucks, it really improved the performance of the forks. They don't bottom out anymore, and the brake dive of the KLR is pretty much gone. Before I did that, if you hit really heavy bump, a chuck hole or something, you could feel the forks bottom out, and not anymore. It was a job that took me a couple nights in the garage. It's not too difficult. I can post a link in the information of the video of how I did it. It wasn't a very difficult job, but for $200, it's probably the best mod I did dollar for dollar. It really had the most improvement in the KLR. Next thing here will be the windscreen. This is a touring windscreen. I'm not sure how many inches over stock. The stock screen probably came to about here. It's probably 6 or 8 inches, about 8 inches over. It does really nice on the highway. You can put yourself into a nice bubble where you don't even feel the wind blast. And in the dirt, I don't even notice it. I can just stand up, and it doesn't affect me at all. So that was a good value. I would recommend that. Going down a little bit, let's see. These crash guards are from Happy Trails. These are the pairs to the car Nerf Bars. I paid $300 for those, plus the engine guard and the skid plate and the highway pegs. And those, I don't know, I like them over the SW Motec ones. They're really solid. If the bike has fallen over a few times and it just hasn't resulted in any damage. You got these nice highway pegs here, which are pretty good for the highway, except they vibrate quite a bit. So it's kind of it's nice to kind of put your foot in a different position, but you wouldn't want to keep them there too long. Installation took a few hours. It wasn't the easiest thing to install, but it works out really well. I did have a failure in this joint here, broke off the tab, and I had to get re-welded. And Happy Trails, they just really wouldn't stand behind it, but I got a local welder to take care of it, and it's been working really well. I do like them. Going up, I got the Barkbuster handguards. I got these at Twisted Throttle. They work excellent. Really no downside to these, except I took off the counterweights for the grips, handlebar weights, and there's a little bit more vibration on there than I would like, but you get used to it, so that works out okay. It's a good mod. If you're going to drop your bike, you want to have that so you don't break a lever. Moving over here, I added these Oxford heaters, these heated hand grips right here. Put this on. These work really well too. They, at 100%, you can't really put your hands on it. It gets really hot, and they're weatherproof and everything. So they work really well too. I would recommend these for about 100 bucks. Let's see, the seat. Next, this is the Sergeant seat, the low seat. I've got a 30-inch inseam, and with the knobbies, I like having a little bit of extra room to put my foot down. $300-something. I mean, well worth it. The stock seat to me was not very comfortable. I could not spend much time on the bike at all. It just wouldn't. Just my butt would really hurt, so I had to keep getting off the bike. So this is a really good modification. let's see, going down here, the skid plate is really worthwhile too. I got this from Happy Trails. Very heavy. It's got a dent or two in it. I can take it on any kind of terrain and not worry about damaging the engine. The stock skid plate is really kind of a joke. It would break pretty easily, just plastic. These are another great modification. I got these from White Horse Press. These almost like platforms. They're just, I leave them on all the time. They're just so good. They just make dirt riding so much easier. Going down next here is this SW Motec center stand. It's good for doing chain maintenance, changing tires. A couple of drawbacks are there's no tab here really for your foot, so it's kind of difficult to put the bike on the center stand yourself. In fact, I'll demonstrate now to kind of show you. Let me take it off here. It rolls right in it. Well, there's two things. Put it on the center stand. You got to put the kickstand down, then slide your foot in here, and then you've got a grab handle right here that goes on the foot peg. You just got to reach in like this. Now the bike is sitting uphill, so it's relatively easy to do. The other thing I don't like about it, besides the foot tab, is on a level surface or if it's going downhill, the bike rolls off the center stand so easily, just like a slight thing, and it's over. So I don't really, it's not the best thing in the world, but you might want to check out other center stands that might have the foot tab on it. The other thing too is one time I've had flat tires, and you cannot get, unless you have help, you cannot get the bike on the center stand. It's hard. So it's a decent mod, but I wouldn't, it's not a necessary one, I guess. Next thing moving in here is the let's see, Cogent Dynamics Moab shock. That was about $585, and that helps a lot too. You don't get any bottoming out in the dirt, going through really bad chuck holes and mud holes and washboard. It really keeps the rear end planted over the washboard surfaces. You get better traction, especially if you're standing up on the pegs. It's it's a good mod. I don't think it's necessary, but it's definitely the improvement over the stock shock is really good. Next thing here is just the Eagle Mike subframe bolt kit. I didn't do the drill through one. I just got the bolt-in one just for some help. I do put a lot of weight on the back, so just to so I didn't break anything. That's one of those things that's kind of nice to have, but probably not exactly necessary. Let's see, looking around more. Here's, you can see the TKC80 rear tire. You got really good traction there with that. All right, I think the last mod that I can think of are these bags here. These are the Pelican 1550 cases. I went with these over some of the competitors just because they're waterproof. They're pretty much bomb-proof. You could drop the bike on these, and the cases are not gonna break. So what I did was I just bolted these directly to the racks, and so they're on here permanently. But the racks are so easy to take off that it's no problem. Just use a simple padlock right here to lock them, latch them like that. The downside to these is you have to relocate your taillights, your turn signal in the back. It looks kind of chintzy. I don't like that, but that was what I was willing to give up to get them. I'll show you how to put the other bag on. It really doesn't take that long at all. Well, I got the bag off too. I'll show you. This is just an owner's manual for a tractor. You can get it like Tractor Supply, and I just bolted it on here. And you can keep tools in here, WD-40. I keep my tire changing tools, rags, stuff like that. And this is the SW Motec rack. It's about $240. It's just got 4 bolts, and you can take the entire thing off. So you don't have a really ugly looking rack on your bike when you're not needing the bags. So let me bring the camera around and I'll show you how to put this on. It's just 4 bolts. So you just need a big screwdriver. You can even do it with a coin. Two, 3, 4, and it's on. Now I did have one problem. This one here, I broke the actual mount right here just from normal riding, and they sent me a new one free. I broke it after about a year. The new one has this gusset welded in here that you can see to strengthen it. If you come around the back too, you can see right here that there's a gusset welded on this part of the rack as well to strengthen it. And if you compare it to the one I got originally, there's nothing here to, to hold the weld together. So I guess they've improved the design of the SW Motec racks, but I do really enjoy those. I think that's all the mods to the KLR. It's ready to go around the world now. It's ready to go wherever you need it to. And I think dollar for dollar, it's been a great bike. Even with all the money I've got into it, I'm still cheaper than a new BMW. So if you have any questions about the modifications, drop me a comment, and thanks for watching.